drive will start at the 25. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will get first crack at it here. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
Fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his man, it's Singleton. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
The LSU Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, dude. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, it's Hunt. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Bringing the heat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. It's picked off. That's number 10. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the 1st down marker.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Working that left side now. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally, don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job. In that situation.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Just plowing ahead. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the left. down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. Slips through the lines. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try the run. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They'll go right back to the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. LSU quick to the line.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do they do right away?
There he goes. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to outflank him with the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. There's nothing like seeing the hardest working guy on the offense get in for 6.
The big physical guy that blocks 99% of the time. You don't give him the ball very often. Reward the big fella for blocking his tail off. Gotta like that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
To the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And tackled there by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Off the play fake. Gets rid of it. Right on the money. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. LSU has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period, first down here. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Freeman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead.
And the quarterback goes knocked down back at the 13. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. There's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. LSU right back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Watkins. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Here they're trying to get to the edge. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and now he's up motion. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Freeman. Turns it over to midfield. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They got it at the 30. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different casts of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
DB's right up on the receivers. Using his legs, it's Hunt. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Bringing it up. Sometimes you just have to take the touchback. They get him down at the 4-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. And it's complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got his man. He's in open space downfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Slithers into space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Thanks to grab. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Lost a throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. Get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Rushes on him. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far.
And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. They'll start the third quarter with the run. He's past the 30. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. It's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
This is a designed run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown Sooner. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Man, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And here's the third interception of the night. Got some room to run. Throws those pads. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. This offense has it with really good field position. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires on the move. He's straight downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. The snap sets up the throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. They're going to run it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now third and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown! Oh, no! The option look. Turning it on. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, we knew coming into this game they were going to try and get this receiver the football as many touches as possible in as many different ways as possible. And here you're seeing it on the option play. Great decision by the quarterback to pitch it out wide. There was nobody out there accounting for him, and he shows you the speed out in the open field for a long touchdown for this offense.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got it in the middle. It's Freeman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. And you think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle, prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Makes the catch. It's Thomas. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Sooners send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of...
And it's his fourth interception of the game.
I really really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Second down, they'll go to the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. And he got away from the defense and the Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Got enough for the first down. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll go to the toss. What a job out in front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for space. It's McClure. Across the 45. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Going to sling it on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Kane. LSU will get a first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Red pass, it's complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Sooners! Going right to work up top. And that is his 5th interception
times you get the snowball effect, everything going their way in the first half, big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover, all the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The play action fake. The short hands, it's Denmark. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Unloads quickly. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. Now inside the 20. First and 10 from the 18. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
He'll ride his man on the option. Finding an escape route. Got the first down and more. Off to the races to the right. He's at the touchdown, LSU. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Bowling Green is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 35 to Ball State. Action never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll do it himself. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Heaves it deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. It's complete. Hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Bayou. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He'll bring it out. It's Denmark. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Tackle was made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. On first down from their own 22. To the air on first down. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants to throw it again. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Sends it back in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. With the catch, it's Singleton. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. He gets it down to the 40-yard line, but he's going to be a little bit short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Wants to go up top on first down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And some room to work.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got a man, it's Singleton. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Under fire. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They'll operate out of split backs. Johnson looking to throw. It's complete to the right. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. All kinds of room to the right. He'll be... But not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Sooner offense returns to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? There he goes! He has the first and still on his feet. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. At the 45 on its way. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Creates a little space. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here comes the 2-point try. They'll try to blast their way in. He gets across the goal line into the end zone for the 2, and he pushes the lead to 11. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. This defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Sometimes you'll hear guys derisively say, well, he just piles up numbers. When the number gets close to 450, that's worth doing.
And that's why they throw it as much as they do, because they've got a difference maker playing the quarterback position. He gives them a chance to be explosive and light up the score.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. They cough it up inside their 3. And they scoop it up in the end zone.
Just have to have better field awareness if you're on offense. They're understanding that A, you're in the offense, and B, where that back line is, David. That is not good news taking a safety.
No, and you want to make a play, and you want to make something happen, but you got to realize where you're at on the field. He doesn't do that, and guess what? Cost his team 2 points.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up. You feel
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT finally, and the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Oh, he's got a chance. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.